BB26, episode 14, roast and recap. We're here. We have a lot to talk about for tonight's Wednesday night episode. So grab a beverage. Hopefully, you're wearing something comfy. Smash that like, and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want. Cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Big Brother superfan and stand-up comedian Joleen Lunzer here for the Big Brother Breakdown with Jolene. Let's start the show, I should say, or break it down the only way we know how. Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Jolene. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Jolene. That's me. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday night, you guys. Hello to everyone joining me in the chat. Hello to the replay crew. Tonight, we're going to be roasting and recapping BB26, episode 14, the Power of Veto episode. Tomorrow, we have our live eviction going on, and we also get to finally find out what the new twist is. The instigator, the AI instigator, because they made us sit through a recap of 4 weeks of a show to only learn the name of it, but not what it does. That's clickbait, CBS. All right. So before we get started, as Julie Chen would say, but first, make sure you smash that like, hit that subscribe. We're on our way to 42,000 subscribers. So thank you to those of you who have subscribed. You know the drill. If you want to support the channel further than liking or subscribing, you're always welcome to send a super chat while we're live here on YouTube. I'll highlight your comment. It's a good time. You can also send a super thanks after the video posts. Hello, replay crew. You can hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. All the information is in the description of the video, or you can consider joining my YouTube membership or my Patreon. You don't have to do any of those things, but they're there if you so choose. So hello, you guys. Please sound off in the live chat as we go through this episode. I want to hear all your thoughts, hopes, dreams, and opinions when it comes to Big Brother. All right? That's what we want to hear.
What's POV?
What is POV? Well, tonight we learned what POV is. Obviously, we know it's the power of the vagina and also the veto. Okay. So we go into, I have some screenshots here. We go into this episode and we're coming off of the nomination ceremony. Now, technically, Angela is the HOH. Okay. Matt. Technically, she's the HOH. However, Quinn has used his deep fake HOH, and so he ended up making the nominations. Obviously, this wasn't a secret because this house is incapable of keeping secrets, like secret powers. They're incapable of doing that. So Quinn actually put all the nominees up on the block, and they had an AI generated Angela stand over them in a casual yet professional realtor outfit, like she was about to show a home, and the nominees on the block are MJ, Cedric, who volunteered, and Tucker. All right. So Tucker's just like, I ain't got nominated again, and these guys are coming for me, and I ain't getting it. I'm really good at stuff. I'm really good. All right. So we see first we see, post noms. We see the collective talking about what's going on in the game. We finally get some fun collective graphics showing us who's in the collective, even though if you guys watch my channel, you see that I made this fun graphic and called them the committee because I got confused for a second. Okay. That's the committee still haunts me from BB22, but I already made a fun graphic. So you guys will have to vote. Whose graphic is better? Okay. Is it mine, where I, clearly did a fantastic job other than getting the name completely wrong for the alliance and calling it the committee when it's the collective, a name that Quinn has thought of since he was in the womb. Okay. Or is their little graphics, are theirs more fun? The collective. Now, some of my closed captioning is blocking it. But I'm going to vote for me because I'm biased and I prefer me. But that is, again, just me. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. Thank you. That is the correct answer. There is a correct answer to this, you guys, and it is me. I am the correct answer. So the committee meets everyone except for Chemo, because Chemo is sleepo. All right. He has missed a few meetings of the minds among the collective because he's so cheapy, dreaming about Tucker and his crush on Tucker, allegedly. Okay. So he's just cuddled up. They're like, are we missing anybody? Oh, Chemo. He is sleeping. So we also get a breakdown from, I think, Brooklyn, talking about how the collective is just basically the Pentagon, being Brooklyn, Cedric, Chelsea, Cam, and Quinn. And then they added on a few others to make it the collective. So they added Chemo, they added T-Core. Let me see if I can get a better. I know they had another graphic for this alliance, but really they made it seem this episode that obviously the Pentagon is the most important. That's the core. And then even within that is the CCC, which is the core of all of this. Okay. So we got the Pentagon inside of the collective, which is just adding Joseph, Chemo, and T-Core. But then inside the Pentagon, which is inside the collective, we then have the CCC. Now, technically, Chelsea says she hates Cam and he has big smelly feet, but we all know she's got a crush on him, and Cedric and Chelsea are very close. However, Chelsea, since the forming of the CCC, has also become very close to Brooklyn. So a little bit has changed, but we get this. I get excited when we get some graphics because I feel like they make all of us, here's a better collective graphic. They make us creators, or those of us who cover Big Brother, they make us make these things when they could easily on their website make, a nice little graphics. They have far more resources for us, but they didn't. And we're now in, day 30, episode 14, and they finally have put together something. And here it is. So I was a little bit appreciative of that. So they're talking in the HOH room, and we get this idea from the mind of Mencia, aka the mind of Brooklyn and a few others, but Brooklyn was really like, this is my evil idea, is that they're going to hopefully use Rubina as bait against Tucker. Okay. So they're really hoping that Seti can go in there and he can win the POV. And then the renom by Quinn will be Rubina. And then you'll get Rubina and Tucker on the block next to each other. No one's even thinking about sleepy MJ right now, and so that's what they're hoping, because they really want to just give it to Tucker, and they want to use Rubina as bait. And I will say that Brooklyn was very Mr. Burns about it. She was like, very much enjoyed that. She was a little bit of maybe Lord of the Rings, my precious plan. So she was excited. She also ridiculously on point and gorgeous makeup here for Brooklyn this episode. Notice that Quinn spent most of the episode on his feet, yet he's on a couch. He was kind of squatting like a squatty potty on the couch. Did you guys notice that? And he's just very over dramatic. I understand that the DR, asks house guests to shout clearly in the diary room and to get excited, but I don't like this. I was getting very annoyed, and I do know that most of the house is annoyed with Quinn as well, and he's trying to play off this funny. Okay, cool, Quinn, but can we just get like a regular Quinn? I don't need Screamy McScreamyson Quinn, because he's literally up on the couch like, it's always some kind of King Kong, Godzilla, creeper movements that he's giving us. And he's like yelling, and then he's laying on his back like a dog waiting for his belly to be scratched. And it's just so much screaming. And then, like Chelsea says, dirty socks, lots of corduroy, which necessarily I don't have problems with the corduroy, cute. I know I'm probably going to be in the minority with that one, but it was just so many screams. I'm like, oh God. And now he's growing a mustache, like Goldilocks is saying, because his favorite player is like Corey. And I think he just wants to do everything that, Corey Worcestershire sauce did. Hopefully he doesn't, go up digging for gold and then taste it, because that I can't have another person tasting the rainbow inside of their nasal cavity this season. But he's, trying to grow, or thinking about growing a unattractive mustache, similar to Corey last season. Luckily, T-Core made it pretty clear when she was like, can I be honest with you? And Quinn's like, yeah, be honest with you. Yeah, tell me about it. Should I grow a mustache? And she's like, I really can't say. Like, I forget exactly what she said, but it was basically, she was telling them, don't do it. Don't do it.org. Don't date them girl.org. Please don't. Please stop. But there was just so much of this. It's just sit down, talk to us like human beings. I understand we all got to get excited. There are moments for this, but every time Quinn is in the diary room, he's like, ah! And I'm, please, sir, calm down. Act like you've been invited to the party before. Okay. Then Rubina gets a short segment, you guys, about being short. I'll see what Big Brother did there. They gave her, you guys, a short segment about being short. You better not. Oh, no, I didn't want them to. So here we have Rubina, and I remember watching this on the feeds, and her little petite self jumping up for some protein powder because she's got to be lifting some weights. And she's like, I just can't seem to reach this. It's so high next to the Cap'n Crunch and the Cocoa Pebbles. And so she's like, they really don't make this for short people. So she is trying to be like Mike, trying to get some height. She's pulling in her, inner LeBron James or something. I don't know. Who jumps high? I don't know. I am so sorry. That was probably a horrible. I will say Ant from the Timberwolves, the Minnesota Timberwolves. He gets some height. Okay, so she's pulling in her little Anthony, whatever his last name is. How could I already forget this? I was a bandwagon Wolves fan this past season because they were good. But yeah, so she's jumping up and she's like, I got it. And we're like, okay, well, again, like the kids say, that could have been an email. We didn't necessarily need that, but cute. And I do like myself some Rubina, adorable. Then we see Tucker and Joseph bonding or vibing. We also see, I don't know if I wrote this down, but we did see Rubina after the nomination ceremony hugging up on Tuck Dog, just being like, hey, sorry you got. There was a lot of hugging, a lot of Tucker, a lot of Tubina hugging in this episode, a lot of straddles, a lot of hugs. It's probably going to go down as Chemo's least favorite Big Brother episode, because there was lots of, groinage and things that were touching Tucker picking up Rubina, and it being, just two cute little 30-somethings who are going to blow up the game. I mean, not Rubina, but definitely Tucker. Definitely Tucker wants to blow up the game and or the house at this point. So we saw that. Then we see Tucker and Joseph, like I was talking about. And they're like, Joseph's like, dude, I'm like, yeah, I understand. And Tucker is pulling the old, I don't know what it is this season with the, I guess what would be considered the, I don't want to say attractive because it's subjective, who people think is attractive, but the model types. I mean, Tucker was a model. And even though he does got Jim Carrey face and he's like, he's an attractive guy. And them trying to, we had this with Matt too, trying to convince us, I'm not like other attractive guys. I'm like really weird. Okay, why do they get to have it all? Okay, you got the pretty privilege. You get to go model in Milan. Leave the weirdness to us normies, okay? To us normie uggos, please. We don't need, you can't have it all. All right? I feel that same way about really attractive people who do stand-up comedy. Go model. Okay, get off my ride. So I'm not going to go, I can't go model. It's not fair. It's like Matt would say, it's inequitable. It is not an equitable thing. So he is bonding with Joseph. They were playing pool, and then they go in the bathroom. Tucker's shirtless because he knows that's going to seal the deal. If he writes a book, How to Seal the Deal, it'll be shirtless and act as though your neck is coming off your body. Lean forward, do voice like this, okay, and go, I vibe with you so hard. We should work together. So they decide to work together, and Joseph's like, I think I like this. I can't promise that I'm going to, put my neck out there against my main alliance, the Collective, which I started. Thank you very much. I don't want to brag, but I'm bragging. Okay. But if Tucker keeps winning, maybe I'll do something with him. Maybe I'll put my neck out there a little bit. Maybe I'll rewind his VHSs. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll give him a vintage VCR after this. Good friends. So they've decided to work together and create a final two because no one would expect these two as final two. But then Tucker goes on to pick Joseph when he gets house guest choice because he picks his own name during the Power of Veto when they're picking players. Then he picks Joseph. It's like, I think people might have an idea that you're thinking that whoever you pick would, take you off the block, someone you might be working with. So they're like, no one will expect this, kind of like Dan and Ian and BB14. And I'm like, no. Did anyone, I'm gonna look in the chat here, you guys, and see did anyone think when they were working together? Yeah, that's some Dan Giesling and Ian. Because I didn't. No offense, all offense, guys, but I didn't. Felicia, Tucker does make it fun. He makes it fun, silly, ignorant. He makes it all the things, okay? So, but they're like, yeah. Because it'll be like, Dan, you remember that guy, Dan? He was on Traders, okay? And then, it's gonna be like us. And obviously, he's saying Joseph is the Ian. Whoa, calm down, day 30. We are not at an Ian point yet, okay? But I definitely did not think that, no, that I didn't get those vibes. But you know what? God bless them. Like Julie Chen would say, God is good all the time, God is good. And so are their delusions. Their delusions are good all the time, their delusions are good. And very entertaining. So they decide we're vibing so hard. We're just, I am vibing. And then Tucker's like, I am vibing with you. I'm vibing with you, bro, and I'll win stuff, okay? Me and Rubina, I like to pick her little ass up and just like lift her up by the booty, you know what I'm saying? And they decide to form a final two. They call it the Critics. Okay. I mean, not the worst, right? Because they're kind of both critics, Joseph is kind of a Judge Judy. Tucker is definitely a Judge Judy. So the critics, plus I guess Tucker, why do I keep saying? Joseph does work at the last blockbuster in the universe, allegedly. The last Hollywood video to ever exist. So, okay. Nell says, don't be silly. Tucker thinks he's both Dan and Ian. Isn't that the truth? Oh, goodness gracious, adios mio. Okay, so Joseph is, again, not going to stick his neck out unless Tucker does all the heavy lifting and wins more stuff, and then I'll think about it. Spoiler alert, he's definitely ready to start maybe sticking his neck out, according to the feeds and that, because Tucker does win, and they're getting closer and closer. At least Joseph's getting closer and closer to the point where he is like, I don't trust Quinn. Quinn can go straight to Big Brother hell, but I do like Tucker. I like Miss some tuck. So taking off his shirt, leaning in, going, "Here we go, we're vibing," is definitely working. Okay. Then it's POV pick time. We're gonna pick who wants to pick players for the POV. Angela as simply the figurehead, you know, for the HOH this week. She's like, all right, I'll put on a frayed jean shirt and start picking stuff, because this I only get a couple responsibilities because they gave Quinn this crazy big, deep fake, deep state HOH. So I don't get to do much. I don't get much, but I know I'm safe, and that may be all I need to know. Okay, so they pick. Turns out, obviously Tucker, Angela as the HOH gets to play. Tucker gets to play as a nominee. Cedric gets to play as a nominee. MJ gets to play as a nominee. Tucker chooses himself, and then he goes on to pick Joseph to play in the veto for him. And I'm like, well, that might put a little, it might make your plan to be so under the radar no one would know, start to become on the radar, because people are going to go, oh, okay, I guess they're kind of buddies. It's a big pick. And then Cedric pulls his own name too, and he picks Brooklyn. You kind of see Chelsea like, is he going to pick me? Is he going to pick me? And then Brooklyn's thrilled. She's like, yes, I love this. I'm going to play in the POV so that my evil plan to use Rubina as bait against Tucker, even though I love Rubina, I don't want her to go home, but it's her fault. She keeps straddling him. Okay. He keeps giving her massages and then freaking out. It's her fault. So she's excited to be able to be in the competition to kind of push forth this plan, hopefully to use Rubina as bait. So then Quinn is immediately, strangely, sarcastically, I can't read it at this point because all I'm reading is screaming. So again, he squatty potties like a damn velociraptor in the DR. The guy is just like, I can't believe that Tucker didn't pick me. What the hell? Obviously he's scared of me. And we're like, oh, that's funny, Quinn. That's so funny. It's a lot. It's a lot. Less velociraptor, less squatty potty. Sit on your booty and use your voicey. But that, I understand, he's probably getting a lot of encouragement from the DR to scream and do tumbles. He is like I don't want to bring this up again, but the Australian breakdancer from the Olympics, he was like, I can't believe that Tucker would do this to me. He's definitely giving Australian Olympic qualifier breakdancing. It was just, I got motion sickness. I had to close my eyes. I had to meditate. I didn't meditate, but I definitely wanted to close my eyes. There were times where I wanted to pull my computer screen up, lift it up. We lift our hearts to Julie Chen and then smash it on the ground because it was just too much. Okay. So, Quinn's like, he's clearly scared. It's a lot, you guys. It's just too much. Okay. Then we get to the POV competition, which was like a nightmare. A memory, Simon Says. Is that what the game was? Not Simon. Was it Simon Says, where you have that little, help me out, Gen X, Zennials and Boomers, where you have to hit the color in the sequence. So you have to remember sequences. So they are out there and they both have paths. So they're going head to head. They have a bracket system, and the bracket system is you guys, just so you know, don't start any rumors. Okay. This was completely just, it was the luck of the draw. It was, a random draw. Okay. Put Brooklyn versus Cedric, the person that she is trying to play for. She immediately has to try to take him out. Mackenzie versus Angela, which that's just a fun, good time to watch those two. And then Tucker versus Joseph. Tucker, Joseph who's playing for Tucker. So that was just random, right? Totally random. Okay. So they are in, they're trying their best to walk on these little tiles. Now the tiles are green and red. They don't know which ones are green and red until they figure out the sequence. It's called the binary bridge. And it's not something I would be good at. So there's a lot of trial and error. Some house guests take 7 minutes to get it right and win their round. Some, like Tucker, take 3 minutes and then they go into the next round. Tucker does so well that he just immediately, he gets the fastest time through these rounds, through this first round. And so he is just catapulted, fast-tracked, if you will. He got on the, Disneyland Fast Pass right to the front, right to the finals. All right. While MJ has to beat Angela, and it was funny watching Angela. I feel like I would play this very similar to Angela. And we had great Chelsea commentary from the DR saying, she keeps stepping on the same thing. If it was red last time, don't step on it again, maybe. And Angela's like, oops, damn it. Oops, damn it. So it was a whole thing. Pretty funny. So Mackenzie beats Angela. And then Cedric beats, did Cedric? Yeah, he beat Joseph. Wait, no, who did Cedric beat? Cedric beat Brooklyn. Joseph was beat by Tucker. You know what I'm saying. All right. So then it comes down to the final countdown. And we got Cedric, then Cedric beating Brooklyn, MJ beating Angela, then Cedric and MJ had to go head to head. And they got to almost like a standstill where they got so far up the little binary bridge trying to pick all the greens and not land on reds. Because if you land on a tile that's a red, you got to start again. A lot of that happening. So they got to a point where they're like, okay, you go. And then for a minute, Cedric was just copying what MJ was doing. If MJ got it right, then he got that one right. If she got it wrong, then he would pick the opposite one. Ultimately, Cedric beats MJ. And she's like, she's not necessarily thrilled about it. Obviously, she would have loved to take herself off the block like anybody would, except for maybe Tucker. And so now it's down to the final countdown. And here's Cedric winning against MJ. And MJ like, oh, God, I'm so annoyed. This is more annoying than Leah. And Cedric does this in 1 minute and 32 seconds. I mean, it's pretty fast. So now he's had, Tucker's just waiting. He's waiting in the wings because he was fast-tracked to the end. And Cedric's had a few times to practice this, okay? So then it becomes Tucker versus Cedric. And this is it's all Tucker ever wanted. It's all he ever needed. Yeah. So tell him what to do now when he wants to beat Cedric. He's like, I told you, dog. I told you that I was going to go up against you. I was going to freaking destroy you in this game. I didn't tell you that, dog. Like I gave you the information. So now I just got to do it. I just got to harness my stuff together. I got like a jersey on. I got a little unbuns. You see a little bit of chest hair. I got a necklace by Kyle Chan. I got my hair tied back, bruh. And I'm ready. So there, it seems like it's very head to head for a while with them. But ultimately, we see Tucker kick it into high gear, his winning competition mode. And he wins. And he beats Cedric. And the audience watching, the rest of the house guests are thrilled. And by thrilled, I mean they're not happy. The only one happy was Angela. Angela was her face was fun to watch during this competition because she's like, come on, Tucker. Come on, you idiot. You crazy-eyed idiot. Come on, Tucker. Because she really does want Tucker to do well. And she, at this point, is thinking Tucker is the only person in this house who I can truly trust and work with because he took her off the block. And she's like, ah. So Angela is very excited. Tucker's like, yeah. He's just feeling, just living La Vida Bueno. He loves it. I thought I had a little, here they are. No, that's Joseph. I thought I had a little screenshot of some of the faces. I mean, Brooklyn's like, Chelsea's like this. Chelsea, it definitely looked like Chelsea, something bad happened to Chelsea. She was not entertained. Okay. Joseph, and as you can see in this little screenshot, Joseph and Angela are really biting. They're just like got their hands up to their mouth. Cam is like, it could go either way for me. And then ultimately, the rest of the house is just like, oh, okay, yay. And then Rubina comes up, and she's got her little, she was the host of this competition, and she was like, congratulations, Tucker, you won. And then he picks her up, and she's got this little cheerleading type outfit on, and it's just like the 30 something cheerleading showman's love we never thought we needed. Some people might not necessarily need, but let me tell you, it is far better to watch people closer to my age range, because the last thing I wanted to spend the summer doing is watching 22-year-olds have the most mundane, horrible lobotomy, induced conversations with each other. So, what a game, you guys. What do you guys think of the competition? Was it something that you enjoyed? Yes, Anna says Angela does have a bit of Jennifer Coolidge character energy. She was actually Jennifer Coolidge a couple Halloweens ago, and it was on her TikTok, and I saw it, and she was a very good Jennifer Coolidge. Very, very good. Very impressive. Thank you, Dewan Washington, for the first super chat of the live. Dewan says, thank you for making me laugh. You're the best. No, you're the best. Thank you so much. I like turtles. I like biscuits. I like puzzles. Like, he was very excited. Frederick says, you say you love the POV. All right. Scotty says, Angela is the Melissa Peterman on Reba. I got to rewatch Reba because I do not remember who Melissa Peterman is or which actor played Melissa Peterman, unless the actor's name is Melissa Peterman. So yeah, Jennifer Coolidge is the coolest, and so talented and so funny. I don't know. Like, just her voice and everything is really cute. Okay. Yes, Cheyenne, I'm with you. I'd rather watch Tucker Rubina showmance than a Matt and MJ. That one was killing my will to live, and we only had it for a week. So, right, Ben, it gives me anxiety too. I would be so bad at this, trying to remember the sequence, kind of keep it cool. I just would not have been, but a very, interesting competition. Again, one that requires, you to have memory, like a memory comp. And then Tucker was saying that he had a certain, most of the house guests, minus Angela, I think, were saying that a certain way they were remembering the order of the tiles for the binary bridge competition. And Tucker's, I didn't really understand. He was just like, I'm not even saying like what side. I'm not saying like what color. I just know 1, 2. If it takes 1, I do 1. If it takes 2, well, how do you know what side? Maybe just my mind doesn't think that way. I've never been good at math, spatial relations. All those things are hard for me. I regularly walk into things. So yeah, just wouldn't have been my favorites. So now Cedric, unfortunately, has volunteered himself, and the worst thing is happening on Thursday. He is still up on the block, so now he has to win AI Arena, he feels, because anyone would, after volunteering him. This way you don't volunteer yourself and assume like I'll beat him in a POV. No, you're not going to catch me that I am not going to be volunteering for anything. I'm going to volunteer for sleep till 11 a.m. and get to the hammock first outside. That's about it. So then Tucker's like, you can beat me. You really know you guys can beat me. You can't beat me. I got this shit on lock, bro. I got it on lock. Boston and shit. So he's very much feeling himself. Tucker and MJ then speak in the kitchen of what Tucker will do, because Tucker won the power veto last week. And he was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to use that myself. I think I'm going to use it on Angela, in which he did. And then he went into AI Arena and he's thinking, hey, it worked for me last week. Maybe it'll work for me again. Now, other people in the house are like, don't do that. MJ is, I think she's like, well, hopefully he uses the power veto on me because I don't want to go against him in the AI Arena. But Tucker's like, yeah, I think I can take out, I can pretty much do anything. I could take out freaking Cedric. Got to teach him a lesson. So that's most of the episode then is wondering, will he use it? Won't he use it? Which is very different than most POV ceremonies within Big Brother, because usually people just use it on themselves when they win and they're on the block, but not Tucker. But apparently Tucker was just joshing us the whole time. He's like, I'm just joshing you, butt cracks. He was like, I was going to, use it on myself all along. But him and Rubina have a little moment, not only right after the game, but in the food storage room, where he's clearly looking for, how do you feed a hungry man? He's looking for like a hungry man with microplastics that he can heat up and eat, like a good Salisbury steak with the brownie. And Rubina's like, it's really fun for me that the two things I hosted, I got to give it to you. And then he was like, oh, yeah, baby, you can give it to me anytime you want. And she was like, ah, and then she got pregnant. And that was a whole thing. But they were doing a little innuendo talk to each other in there. Tucker then goes up into the HOH room with the figurehead HOH being Angela, and T-Core's up there, and also Chemo. And he talks to them like, maybe I'm going to stay on the block. I think he just likes getting these people hyped up about it. He likes worrying them. He said at the end of the episode, he likes to play a game where the other house guests don't know what he's going to do, because he is an agent of chaos at this point. He doesn't want to be in the house unless he is, getting all the dopamine and winning stuff and feeling good and able to lift Rubina up in a tennis and or cheerleader skirt. Otherwise, he's like, this ain't fun. So Angela is just like, no, what are you doing? No, you got to use it, Tucker. Don't do this again. And Chemo and Tika are just like, I mean, if you want to, I guess. I mean, we don't really hear a lot from Chemo and Tika about this situation. We heard a little bit with or was I watching the feeds is where I heard. I can't remember at this point. But Angela's like, don't do it. You can't do it. She's just like, tuck, 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 tuck. Tuck that over your own neck and take yourself off the block. So Angela's not here for it. Even when we got down to the power of veto ceremony, wondering whether he was going to use it or not, she was just giving him, did you guys notice? She was just giving him the stank eye. She's like, Tucker, do it for mama. Do it for Utah mommy. Okay. You don't want me to go full Karen on your ass. You don't want none. Don't start none, won't be none. She was just, no. But Tucker still, he's like, I might stay on the block. I'm going to beat Cedric in the AI Arena. Angela's like, no. Oh, try to cry. Okay. I love how every game conversation, every time Angela's talking with him, Big Brother, about something that would be serious towards her game or anything, she's like, ah! Like she's on the verge of tears, but the tears never fall. And it's amazing. It's amazingly entertaining. So then Tucker talks to Quinn and Cam outside, and he is just enjoying. He is clearly just taking a fresh shower, washed his, balls, if you will. He's eating some Doritos, and he loves effing with Quinn. And he's talking about, I'm probably not going to use the veto. I'm probably just going to finish the job on something. That's what I'm going to do. And Quinn's like, oh my God, this guy's an idiot. And then he starts screaming again in the DR, looking like a serial killer. No offense, all offense, Quinn, but these aren't good looks. We just got rid of crazy eyes, and now we're open. He's like, I can't believe this guy. He's an idiot. and he's jumping around and doing, a little bit of gymnastics, if you will, a little bit of gymnasties there, and just kind of shitting on Tucker. No love lost between the two of them. And Tucker's just calmly eating his Doritos. Like, I don't know, bro. I just keep being real good at this shit. I keep winning. It's like it worked for me last time, worked for me again. Have you ever been a model that modeled for Calvin Klein in Milan? Then you don't know, dog. You don't know. So he just talks about, he wants to not use the veto on himself and finish what he started. And Quinn, again, he's an idiot. And he immediately goes and tells Cedric, and I think possibly Chelsea or Brooklyn. And they're like, oh my God, I hope he does that. Because then we have another chance of keeping him on the block if Cedric, who, Cedric's like, I got it. Little baby fetus face. Cedric, he's like, I think I could beat him, you guys. And I'm like, maybe. So they're thinking, holy idiots. Then we get to the POV ceremony where, again, the looks from Angela were just so good. She was trying to speak to him with her displeasing eyes, going, don't do it, you idiot. Do you want me to mimic your walk? So she's getting ready. She just really doesn't want to lose Tucker. She wants Tucker to use the power veto on himself. MJ is really hoping he doesn't. And that he maybe uses the power veto on her. She's ready to be off the block because she knows he's not going to use it to take Cedric down because he wants to take Cedric out of the game himself and really, I guess, embarrass Cedric with the AI arena. A little unnecessary, but definitely entertaining. So then he stands up and he's given his speech at the POV ceremony. Tucker, will you use the veto? And he takes this moment to call out Quinn. And he looks over at Quinn, who is shaken in his curly Sue curls. Okay. And he says, this is, I'm going to save myself. And you're going to have to nominate someone, and for someone who can't stand being called names, but will call me 15 names on national television. Now you gotta pick. So definitely, I don't remember exactly what Quinn called him. I know he called him quite a few things. Like, they were so silly. It's like, I don't know if he called him Dorcas, crotch catcher, BB Blunt. I don't know what he called him. You guys can probably put it in the chat. But Tucker took mental note. He's like, oh, you want to be all like, don't call people names? You better not, then, but you were calling me 15 names. You think I forgot about that? He's like, you talking to me? You think I forgot about that? And Quinn's like, oh my God, I can't believe he remembers this. So obviously you can see Cedric is just like, ugh, crappy McCrapperson. He's using it on himself. MJ's like, I wish I was still on that showmance with Matt. Then at least I'd be getting more airtime, but whatever. But I thought it was interesting that he called out, Mick Dorkatron. Because, and like when Quinn said that, who cares? Like, but I get what Tucker's doing. Like, you're all that, care about what people call you names when you're calling me a Mick Dorkatron. How dare you? Okay, I'm a McDweebatron if I'm anything, like Spazoid, like definitely Barry, elementary school, poofy face McPoopson, brown-eyed bandit, he told him you're not the first dog that shitted on my lawn. He just like threw out some old dirty bastard lines to him or something. I don't know what Quinn was doing, but I don't mind a McDorkatron. That means I'm a robot. And a dorky fun robot. So there you go. Freakazoid. So there we go. So Tucker called him out. And then again, Quinn's like, oh my God, in the DR doing flips on the couch. And I'm like, can you just sit still for a second, sir? Please, sir. Please, sir, sit still. Sir, put your seatbelt on. We're not going to take off until you put your seat. Yeah, stop screaming. Okay. Treat it like an airline. We need them to like treat the DR somewhat like an airline. It's going to be a tight squeeze. It's going to be uncomfortable, but there are some rules and regulations. Okay. And always remember to put your face mask on yourself before your kids, because fuck them. That's basically what the airlines are telling us. I know they're not, but that's what it feels like. But again, you can't help anyone else unless you help yourself. Okay. So then Tucker tells America, us, he's like, I want people to always be guessing what my game is. MJ feels better. She's like, okay, I guess I'm okay with Tucker taking himself off the block because I feel better about beating Rubina or Cedric in the AI arena. I don't want to go up against Tucker, who has a great record as of now in this AI arena. But she also says her and Lee are never going to get over this. The fact that Rubina's getting the attention and now Angela, she says, but Angela was saved. Why can't I be saved? It's not the same, baby girl. You got your 22. It's going to take you a while to get that sauce. Angela now's got the sauce. She can throw it down. She might be annoying. She might yell at you, but she's a woman of a certain age now. So she gives less Fs. And so she will be rewarded for the less Fs she gives. All right. She fake cries. It's just, she's got the sauce and you don't have the sauce yet. Okay. You're still cooking. You're still a little bland. Maybe you got a little salt on you, but you don't got the sauce. So why can't I be saved? I am hot. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Angela and Tucker play the game pretty similarly. And that's just how it is. That's how it is, baby girl. Rubina is in the DR and she is just boo, tomato. She's like, boo, because Rubina is named as the replacement nominee. So even though Operation Use Rubina as Bait didn't go the way they wanted to, with both Rubina and Tucker being on the block and Cedric winning the POV, they still are like, F Tucker. We're putting your little lady on the block, the one who can't reach the top of the fridge. Oh yeah, she's gonna have to reach the top of the mountain in the AI arena. And they could be shooting themselves in the foot here, because if Rubina does go home, even though there's some flip talks again, more viable flip talks talking that are being spoken about in the house as far as the vote tomorrow, depending on the outcome of the AI arena. And we'll talk about that more tomorrow, 10 a.m. with Steven, the wonderful Steven from Couch Potato Queens. We're going to go a little earlier tomorrow because I got to get my hair did, you guys. Priorities. But Rubina, this could blow up in their face, because this could make Tucker even more powerful. This could make him even more mad. So he could be even more of a bear to live with. And then, but not the kind of bear Chemo wants him to be, like a, not like hairy, a little bigger. So, but this could unleash the more of a tood from Tucker. And I'm here for more Tucker tood. All right. So Rubina's like, boo, but listen, I'm little. That's why I got the little segment. And if I can reach protein powder on the top of a stainless steel refrigerator on a CBS studio, I can do anything. So maybe I'm going to prove to everyone, and it'd be actually amazing. I really do hope Rubina wins the AI arena, because I think right now she's looked at as the underdog when it comes to this competition. They're assuming Cedric's going to pull it off. If not, maybe MJ. But there hasn't been a lot of talk of Rubina actually winning the AI arena. Then we finally, again, Big Brother decides to say, and guess what, bitches? We tricked you yesterday and you had to sit through Cody Cauliflower and his hot game takes, and Taylor Hale and Jag, who someone tweeted something hilarious. They're like, so we have to listen to people break down and analyze the game. Two winners, one of which being Cody Cauliflower, who needed his, daddy Derek to kind of set him up preseason, because lots of talk about pre-gaming in BB22. It's a sore subject. A lot of us aren't over it, nor are we ready to make nice. And then we got to listen to another guy who was evicted, try to tell these guys how to play. Really, the only one that could give any advice is Taylor, because she didn't need to pregame and she was never evicted. Which, normally if you're evicted, it's that means you didn't do very good at the game. Or you could win and then go on TikTok and go, hey guys, send me little emojis Yeah. Oh, who gave me a cowboy hat? Thank you. And I know some of you have been very upset with Jag after winning $750,000. The fact that he would go on TikTok and do what some would describe as like I don't know if it would be a grift. Maybe it's a grift. I'm not really sure. But it's like, don't you have enough? Maybe there's never enough, you know? So finally, tomorrow we will find out how America, us, how the most powerful people in this game, we're not, they don't treat us like that, will impact the game with the AI instigator twist. And maybe Julie Chen will explain why she said she was going to be taking a bigger role in the game than she ever has before, and we barely see her. She doesn't even show up on a Wednesday. I mean, not that she has previously. Maybe back in the day, I don't remember. But Julie Chen has a lot for a game show that has 3 episodes a week and live feeds every day that are supposed to be 24/7. She has a lot of days off. All right. She's working once a week, technically. That's crazy. Do we see her on Sundays? I can never remember. But I feel like we should see her more. But apparently she said she was going to e-begging. Thank you. Thank you. That's what it's called, actually, Ash. Now I would understand if he was providing some kind of content, you know, because I would be a hypocrite to be like, you can't be out there and want to be, you know, encourage compensation for your work online. But he's not doing anything. He literally, someone else is next to him and they're just like, send me the most money emoji thingies that you have to buy next to this other guy. And then I'm just going to go, hi, thank you. That's it. That's a pretty easy way to make money, you know? So yes, 432 watching, 178 likes. Please keep hitting that like because God is always good. God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Julie Chen is good. Some of the time, Julie Chen is good. All right. Anna says, let's see. How do you guys think in the chat? Sound off. How do you think Julie Chen is going to be more involved than any other season previously? She also was interviewed by ET saying she was just dumbfounded, flabbergasted. She was all the words that I can't think of right now. She was like about the twist in the Big Brother game. And we're like, which one? The one with Ainsley? You mean the creepy blue lady who just pops up occasionally that doesn't do much? Okay. Or the America's Veto? Probably not that one. The deep fake HOH. Julia was like, normally I'm just like, that's cute. You know, I'm a journalist. It's hard to make the Chen bot smile. However, when I heard about this twist for the first time, I said, whoa, Allison and Rich Meehan, whatever your names are, the executive producers, this is amazing. No one will see it coming. And then we saw Ainsley and we were like, I was going to encourage more friends to watch this show, but I was so embarrassed by the Ainsley of it all. I think a lot of us felt that way. It was the most low-tech AI. Also, what a bad time to do AI as your writers and artists and actors are literally striking because you want to replace everyone in show business with AI, but here we are.
I'm sorry, Ainsley.
I still don't know what that bitch does. I don't know. What is she doing? What are you doing, Ainsley? Why are you here?
I'm sorry, Ainsley.
I am sorry, Ainsley. But I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand really what she's doing. But then again, as the great Big Brother philosopher Jerry O'Connell would say, there is no fair or unfair in Big Brother.
There is no fair or unfair in the Big Brother house. First of all, let's just say that.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. I need to remember that, but I still don't understand.
I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch.
I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand. Understand, bitch. So that was the whole episode. Much ado about nothing, where Tucker, you know, for those of us who watch, that's true for, you know, the episodes that aren't the Thursday night eviction episodes, we normally know what's going to go down because we watch live feeds, and then we have, you know, Tucker going, I think I'm gonna not use it on myself, and it's just like they let the gag go a little too long. Maybe we could have seen something else. So there you are. It's the H of H, H of H, H of H, H of H. So the blue hair does rock. I do love the blue hair. I think it's beautiful. And shout out to the TikToker who played Ainsley. But yeah, Tucker took himself down off the block. Rubina went up as a replacement. We have the AI arena tomorrow between Mackenzie and Cedric and Rubina. Who do you think, you guys? Put in the chat. Who do you think? Oh, my husband must be on his way home from work because he's calling his sweetie wipe the seedy over here. Who do you think is going to win in the AI arena? Okay, I've seen the future. I don't want to brag, but and it is Rubina. Rubina is going to win the AI arena. I don't know how, somehow, some way. She's going to keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day. And she's going to win, you guys. She's going to win the AI arena. Manifest, manifest, manifest. Robert agrees with me. Joseph says Rubina goes home. So, I mean, but I've seen it, and I'm a witchy woman. Okay. I'm manifesting just because I want to see the look on their faces when this tiny woman who's been straddling Tucker in nonstop hugs and cuddles beats the college volleyball player and the ex-Marine. Okay. Husband's in the chat. I just got your call. I'll call you back. You must be on your way home, sir. My husband says, gents for Quinn. My husband is very pro Quinn now since his favorite player, Kenny, has left. Chell, you're going to have to join us for a casual corner. My husband clearly does not watch the show very much, but we do occasionally have him on for what's called a casual corner. So we can get the casual perspective of someone who just casually watches the show. Okay, so let me see what you guys are saying. Anna says, I'm hoping Rubina wins and MJ goes home. Hetherella, yes. Hot takes with Chell Hernandez. Goldilocks says MJ goes home. Yes. Terry Nicole says, I hope MJ or Rubina goes home. So you're hoping Cedric stays. I get it. Cedric he's a sweetie and he's fun. Nell is saying, would love if Cedric left for volunteering. I kind of want, and I do feel bad because Cedric seems like a nice guy, but I want future house guests, even though they won't watch the seasons unless they're like binging it right before they go on, to see that don't volunteer yourself. Pawns go home. Volunteers go home. Actually, Ash says, are they going to cut the feeds when they bang? I think so. I think we're not going to get any Ollie and April bangage. We're not going to get the Tiffany Kyland fingerling gate of BB23. We're not going to get the Kyle and Alyssa floaty love. We might hear the after. According to them, they said they're not going to bang, but it's getting juicy. It's getting pretty juicy. So let's see. No jellies, cringe. Brianna Chell says you can't say Quinn without win. Yes, maybe John, a good point. Maybe it'll be a limbo competition. And then Rubina got that shit on lock. Okay. They need to have something equitable only for Rubina. So in essence, not equitable, totally geared and smeared towards Rubina. Colleen's coming for you, Chell. Colleen says, Quinn is a joke. I have to play this episode for my husband tonight of Quinn just jumping around the DR, but I only feel like he will love him more because it's so cringe. Okay. What is Quinn QAnon? NYC girl says, then he has something in common with Kenny is shut it. We found what? Oh, Robin must be. What's his wife's name? Robin. Terry Robin Terry must be even more upset with him. We're going to clean that up a little bit. We're going to have to get some of the dryer sheets to clean it up. So, jippity bippity. Yes. Big Brother. I know you're watching. This is your favorite Big Brother show, podcast, live stream. Hello. Hi, producers. Good to see you. Anywho, roller skating. Look at jippity bippities. We need a roller skating competition. If we get roller skating, we know they definitely don't want to see another showmance walk out the door. They want, because Rubina is really good. Or yes, the shortest person competition. Whoever is the shortest person wins. I mean, that seems like something no one would complain about, right? That would be pretty iconic. Would love that. Frederick says, no, 10 seconds. He has to last longer than Kyle. I guarantee Tucker will last longer than Kyle. Kyle was finally getting to explore a woman's body without wearing special underpants or soaking. Allegedly, everything I say is true except for the parts that are false. Everything's for entertainment purposes only. So he got so excited in his pantalones. Yes. Wedgie Queen, I love your name, says, Quinn really thinks he's Dr. Will. Yeah, a little diabolical. NYC Girl says, even his socks give her the ick. Dawn says, he will so love Quinn more, Jolene. He will love, once he sees Quinn's performance tonight, I feel like he will love him more. Maybe the Brianna, the In the Dark comp for the AI. That one's a little too long. They need to do something really fast. Everyone put on your roller skates, skate as fast as you can, backwards, okay, with the cool little thing that we saw Rubina doing. I feel like that should be the competition, okay? Frederick is killing it. Next skate is couples only. You must be a couple to skate next and play faithfully. Dun, 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 dun. Or they should play Bob Seger and they should skate to each other. We got tonight. Who needs tomorrow? Let's make it last. Let's find a way. Turn out the lights. And then they do turn out the lights. Come take my penis now. We got tonight, babe. Why don't you stay? Oh, I know you're weary. And then Rubina can go, weary. Ooh, I know your plans don't include me. Still, here we are. Both of us in Big Brother. Sucking up microplastics. Not enough HEPA filters. Ooh, okay. A little too much, you guys. Clown shoe comp. Yes, Aberdeen babe. So there we go. You guys have been so fun tonight. Thank you for having some laughs and some fun with me in the live chat. Thank you guys for watching. Smash that like. Comment after the video post. I want to know, who do you think is going to win AI Arena? What do you think is going to happen? Best case scenario, worst case scenario? Give it to me in the comment section. Shout out to my super chatters today. Dewan Washington, thank you for the kind words and the super chat. And thank you, Robert Smith, for the super chat. Appreciate you guys so very much. And I'll be back at 10 a.m. Pacific tomorrow with Steven from Couch Potato Queens, the wonderful Steven. In the chat, just killing it everywhere, talking about Big Brother, because I got to get to a hair appointment by noon. So I have to try time management, which is difficult, but we will try. All right. And follow me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Joleen Lunzer. And like I always say, you guys, you're beautiful pumpkin spice babies. And always remember to enjoy yourself because it's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you